guys, my name is Erin and today I'm going to be doing my April TBR. Usually I do some sort of readathon in April, but I think I'm just going to stick with my own TBR game because it's been going well for me and it's testing season at school. So I'm never really as successful with the Aurelian readathon as I want to be, just because school gets really crazy this time of year. So yeah, I'm just going to do my own readathon and go from there. I'm going to start by drawing out the challenge for the month. We are going to go with, ooh, this will be fun, rainbow. So I'm going to try and have different cover colors for all my books. Now, I can definitely do like different shades of blue or whatever because there's only so many options. But yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, book number 1. We have YouTube or podcast. I don't know if I'm setting myself up for success here, but I really want to read this book. So I keep hearing about The Will of the Many by James Islington. This is supposed to be like a dark academia mystery. Somebody goes to school and they realize that things are not as they seem. I don't know much more about it than that, but everybody keeps talking about this book. I've only heard good things. It is big, but I think it would be a good start. I feel like in my mind, I'm going to read it quickly. So hopefully that will be the case. And putting a big book first will not keep me from reading a few. At least my goal is like 5 or 6 books in April. So here we go. All right, up next, we have recommended. Okay, my sister-in-law recommended The Family Upstairs. This seems like kind of a family mystery. It says that a girl named Libby on her 25th birthday gets a letter that she's been waiting for that's going to tell her who she is, about her family, where she came from. And she also learns that she inherited a mansion. But other people are also getting letters, and so I don't know how that comes into play. I'm very interested in this premise. It sounds like a really good book, so book number 2. All right, number 3. Sequel. All right, a nice green book. There are 4 books. I have the full collection of them. So I'm going to read book number 2. I feel like when I read book number 1, I thought it was good. I could see why it was a classic, but it didn't necessarily stand out for me. So I'm interested to see how the series progresses. All right, next up we have 24-25 release. We're gonna add some purple into our rainbow. I've had this on my TBR before but didn't get to it, but I really want to read it. This is A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. It has to do with a vampire that needs to make a deal, and that deal involves a werewolf's heart, and the werewolf just owns a plant emporium and wants to live a nice quiet life. So very excited about this one. I love a good romance. Okay. Vlog is not going to go into the color. After that, we have, why can't I open this one? Quick. I have been loving this series, so I'm going to put Spy Family Volume 8 on there, like a light gray color. Not really in your typical rainbow, but I usually read these in 1 or 2 sittings. They're so much fun, and I really like the way the relationships have been progressing by this point in the series. I hope that there's kind of like maybe a big step taken soon in the action. There's action in every book, but it feels like we're very, very slowly making progress towards like the end goal, and I really just want something major to happen. So hopefully book number 8 in the series is when it does. Next. Ooh, okay, big book. Definitely a risk, but another dark purple. I have 2 Wheel of Time books left, and I just would love to be able to finish the series. I've been watching the TV show, enjoying that. And I really enjoy these stories when I read them. They're just intimidating. The pages are thin. So yeah, I just need to really make myself buckle down. And so hopefully I'll get to this one in April and be able to finish the series by the end of the year. All right, I feel like I'm going kind of fast. But you know. Next up, audiobook. Ooh. I have a few audiobooks that I actually need to catch up on. So I'm going to list a few of them here. I started but did not finish a free audio I book I got from the Libro FM Educator series, and that is Prescription for Pain. It is about a doctor who was prescribing way too many pain medications and kind of his story, how he got to that point, etc. I'm about 20% of the way through, and I paused to actually listen to my book club book, so I'd like to pick that up and finish it. I also pre-ordered Boys with Sharp Teeth. This is about a girl whose cousin dies on the campus of a elite boarding school, so she joins the boarding school to get revenge. A great premise, one of my favorite like tropes, joining a school, company, assassin's guild, whatever it may be, to get revenge. I love the way that that always plays out. There are 2 boys on the cover, so I don't know if it's going to be a love triangle or what. Love triangle is not my favorite, but still very interested in this book. And then I also have the Red Winter trilogy on my phone that I haven't finished listening to. May or may not, I'm not going to prioritize that one, but I listened to the first one, but I got the audiobook of like all 3. So I definitely can continue that series if I want to. Classic. I am going to go with the No Fear Shakespeare Merchants of Venice. I really want to keep reading Shakespeare. This is my favorite way to do it. I don't know that I read a lot of these in the last year, but I read quite a few between like the start of my channel and now, and it just really works for me. This is a mainly yellow cover, which works perfectly. I'm going to count it as my yellow book. Okay. Let's see. Next, finish a series. I'm going to go with kind of this like, I don't know, beige colored book, Frightful's Mountain. This is the last book in like the My Side of the Mountain series. I don't know if the series actually has a name, but I've read My Side of the Mountain, On the Other Side of the Mountain, I think is the other one. And so this is the last one, and it follows the main character's bird, Frightful. I think it's about trying to get Frightful like rehabilitated back to living on his own without Sam, but I'm not 100% sure. Except we have a kid's book. Easy, a really fun pink. I've read some of them, but I don't think I've read this one. I don't have it marked as read on my like library spreadsheet. This is Junie B. Jones is Almost a Flower Girl, a very shiny cover. I love Junie B. Jones books. They're so sassy and just silly. It's been a minute since I've read any of them, so I'd be interested to see how I feel about them now. Reread. All right, I went back and forth a little bit because this was not a priority for me to reread, but I do love this book and I don't have any like light blues. So this is The Phantom Tollbooth. I clearly need a new copy. I think this was one from my like classroom quite a while ago, and even then I probably bought it used. I love The Phantom Tollbooth. It's one that I like eventually want to get a tattoo of, because I do have a few bookish tattoos. Just can't quite decide what I want to get from this book, but this one I just remember having so many good literary puns and play on words, and it's such an adventure. I first read it in 3rd grade. I remember because in class we read like a little excerpt from it, and I loved it enough to want to go find the whole book. And I've read it a few, probably 3 or 4 times since then, but not very recently. And so it'll be a good reread if I get to it. All right. Next up, we have nonfiction. I don't have any read books, so I think this will fit perfect. I'm going to read Cobalt Red. I've heard about this on a few like nonfiction recommendation lists, and follows the mining practices in the Congo that give us a lot of pieces of technology that we need, but also like the human rights, the child labor being used to do that. So I feel like it'll be very informative and something I should probably be knowledgeable about. NetGalley. This is a little bit lower than I would like because I do have a NetGalley book right now called Silver Cloak. It's another like, I joined this Assassin's Guild to get revenge. So I don't think I'll make it this far, but I could potentially have 2 revenge stories on my list for the month of April. Next we have Standalone. I don't have any orange books yet, so I'm gonna put How to Stop Time. This follows a professor who has actually been alive for like over a century, ends up falling in love. So I'm very interested to see how that goes for him. I feel like Matt Haig is an author I am wary of only because I feel like I always hear that like his books kind of mess you up and sit with you for a few days. I've just not really been 100% in that place. It's not usually my style, but I want to try it out. Is his writing for me? Like, how do I feel about his books? And that means we have one more left. Start a series. Okay, I'm using the spine cover for this one. This is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. The spine is like a dark green. We have a light green on the list. It does have some dark green on the cover, but it's mostly a black book. We already have a black book, but we don't have a dark green. And I'm probably not gonna get to this anyway, but I just keep hearing incredible things about this book. Got it recently, really want to try it out. So it's there. On the off chance that I just do so much reading, you know? Okay, my rainbow stack doesn't look all that rainbowy because some of my like bright colored books are either small or I'm getting them from the library, so they're not in this stack, but here we go. We have a beautiful multicolored TBR for this month. Please let me know what you're reading in April, and if you have a TBR, link it down below or let me know about it so I can go watch it. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye, friends.